Hey guys, Corey here, Sky's the Limit Car Care. We offer really high quality detailing products. We provide great service and honest, reliable information. We ship all orders same day, Monday through Friday, and we look forward to helping you with your automotive needs. For more information, check it out below. Morning guys, we're here to talk about the Scholl Concepts line of compounds today. We get a lot of questions about which compound should be used for what's the difference, do I need all of these? And so hopefully some of what I say here is going to give you the answers that you want. And if not, you can always ask a question in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer. I set these up from most aggressive to least aggressive. And I set the pads up, our favorite pads to use with these compounds, up in the same order. There's a little bit of overlap with that, but we're going to go directly into the compounds. The very first compound is probably the least sold compound and the least likely compound that anybody needs that's looking at this. There's going to be some shops that this is a super useful tool. This is not the tool for a DIY guy. This is S0 matting compound from Scholl Concepts, and consider this, the nickname is liquid sandpaper. So this would almost be like taking wet sanding your car. It's an amazing tool, but you shouldn't just, if you don't know how to polish and don't know what you're doing, you're not a professional, then you probably shouldn't touch that. Definitely use it at your own risk if you choose to. But if you're a pro and you're looking for something that really cuts, it's P1000 on the grit. It's you can definitely feel the grit with that, and they actually use this to prepare cars in some countries. They use this to prepare cars for painting. So next up would be the Scholl Concepts Shock to Cut. This is the second most aggressive compound, and for this we're looking at about P1200 grit. The one after that would be the S2 Black. This is a phenomenal compound. If I had to choose out of one of these two, and you're only going to get one, then personally I would no doubt go with S2 Black. It has nearly the same, if not equal, cutting ability to Shock to Cut. However, it also finishes out extremely well. It'll blow your mind how well it finishes. It's also VOC free, so that's a huge plus and very important in my belief system. The next one up would be the S3 Gold XXL. This one is P1500 grit cut. Also finishes out really nicely. On a lot of paints, you can finish down to the level that you want in just one step with either one of these, but you're going to get more cut with this one, and it's super versatile. Well, they're both super versatile in the amounts, the types of paint work that they work on, but this one's going to give you a little more cut, or I would say a lot more cut. And come to think of it, that's actually something that I love about the entire line, is the versatility. So whether you're working on really hard clear coats or older paint, used paint, softer paint, generally speaking, Scholl Concepts is going to work with any kind of paint system that you want, any kind of clear coat system that you want, I should say. Some of them you might not want to use with an older, with older paint systems, but some of them will work well even with very old paint systems. So we were at S3. From S3, we're going to move to S17. S17 is kind of a medium compound. This one, and I'm going to go into a little bit why these labels are different as well. S17 is a P2000 grit, so this is a medium cut, just a polishing compound. It's not going to take a lot out, but it'll take your general wear and tear. If you're polishing, once a year, this is easily going to take out what you need to take out. It may be even more aggressive than what you need if you're polishing your own car once a year, assuming you're maintaining it properly and washing it properly. You could even step back and just go with this once you get the paint correct. Next up would be the S20 Black. S20 Black is going to cut about the same as the S17. It's going to finish down at least as well, in my opinion, maybe cut a little bit more, and it's a little more oily than the S17 is. But it's a phenomenal product. The S20 Black and the S2 Black, if you have those two products, you can do a lot. The only thing that I don't really recommend the S20 Black for is if I'm going to put a ceramic coating on afterwards. Then I feel like it's a little bit too oily. If you use the right panel wipe, then you could certainly do it, but I am hesitant to use a very oily polish and it's just a little too oily for me for that. From S20 black we move on to S30, and S30 is a dedicated finishing polish. It will remove light swirls. It works phenomenal on a dual action machine. It can be used on a rotary as well. S40 is best utilized on a rotary machine, whereas S30 is best utilized on a dual action machine. You could use either or, but a rotary machine is going to be necessary to get the full benefits out of S40. S40 is a more oily polish, and it also breaks down to a much finer grit than anything else on the market, including any of these polishes here. So in order to fully utilize that, you would need a rotary machine, although it does work on a dual action. So that tells you from most aggressive to least aggressive what all of these polishes do. I'm going to back up for a minute and talk about the labels. I know all of us like to have our labels matching for all those OCD types, and so there are, here you can see the old label, and it's not a matter of the size. These are the 1 kilogram bottles, these are the 500 kilogram bottles, and the reason that the label is different is just that they haven't been updated. They moved to this new design, which is beautiful. We really love it. We haven't gotten anything but great comments on the new labels as well. However, we do still have anything you see here with these labels, those are in new labels right now. These ones are slowly going to get switched out, but currently Scholl Concepts is still shipping these to us, these 3 to us in the with the older label on it. And so that's just something that's just how it works. And so hopefully in the next few months these will transition into the new labels as well. Another thing I want to point out is the tops. For anybody that had the old tops, it looks like those have all been switched out. Anybody that had the old tops, you'll know what I mean. They were big, they were bulky, it popped it open when you went to squirt it. It was, you know, when you went to put some on the pad, there was either nothing coming out or a big blob spitting out, and it was challenging to say the least. And so we're super excited about the new pop top bottles, much more accurate, precise application of exactly how much product you want on your pad. I think that is pretty much everything. I am going to mention one of the main questions that we get is which product should I buy? If I just want one, which one should I go with? And so the answer to that question would be if you just want a finishing polish. I'm going to assume if you're here in the USA, most guys are using a dual action machine for finishing now. So the S30 is a no-brainer if you're looking for a finishing polish and you just have just light stuff that you just want to gloss it up and don't want to remove much clear coat. If you have a lot of work to do and you also want to save time and do just one step, then the S2 black is a no-brainer. And then if you have medium, if you just want to do one step but you need, you don't want to use this much cut, but you want to use more than this, then the S20 is a no-brainer. If you want to do a two-step, then the S3 and S30, or S3 XXL and the S30 is a perfect combo if you just want to buy 2 products. Or if you wanted to go a little heavier, then you might go with this if you wanted to buy 2 products. That, I think, covers it. Make sure to ask any questions you have, any comments, any suggestions. Make sure to leave them in the comments below, and we look forward to helping you next time. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.